Welcome to my B&B Today's Show channel. I hope today fantastic for everyone. Please hit the subscribes button and give this video thumbs up. The promises made by Kelly's stepdad and Finn's vow to Liam. Let's talk about the promise that Kelly Spencer's stepdad will make to Liam Spencer, because the bold and the beautiful reveals that John Finn Finnegan will make to Liam Spencer. Steffy Forrester just spoke privately with Liam at the Cliff House about his inoperable tumor and admitted that he is dying. Liam teared up, but is still looking awfully confused about the news and will have plenty of questions. When Finn gets back from saying goodnight to Kelly, he will undoubtedly respond to any questions Liam may have. Liam won't like what he hears, since Finn will back Steffy up when it comes to this mass being in a spot that can't be operated on. Despite this horrible tumor diagnosis and lack of treatment options, Liam will reject the idea that he's going to pass away so soon. Since Liam repeatedly promised Kelly that he wasn't going anywhere, he'll be determined to defy the odds and somehow keep his word. On Wednesday's episode of B&B, Steffy should feel even more vulnerable as a result of Liam's determination to be there for Kelly and Beth Spencer. It turns out that Finn will at some point make a vow of his own, one about Kelly and how he will always be there for her. Finn can step in as Kelly's second dad and ensure that she feels supported, but he would never attempt to take Liam's place as Kelly's father. Regardless of whether Finn makes this promise to Liam directly or to Steffy about Liam instead, he will make it abundantly clear that, in the event of the worst, he will stand by Kelly. Because Finn can help fill that void, Liam won't have to worry about Kelly growing up without any kind of fatherly influence. Despite this, Kelly has such a special relationship with Liam that there is really no substitute for him. Even if Finn tries to warn him that his hopes are not realistic, Liam will make predictions about how to stay alive. The bold and the beautiful say Finn, Steffy, and Liam have some tough scenes ahead of them, so we'll bring you updates on how all this will affect their blended family. Finn's promise, Kelly's future, Liam's fight. The beautiful and the bold are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect John Finn Finnegan to make a promise. This promise will entail being Kelly Spencer's father. In the meantime, Liam Spencer reacts to learning that he has a brain tumor that can't be removed. Continue reading, and let's talk about what will happen in the upcoming CBS soap opera episode. Finnegan, Steffy Forrester, and distraught Steffy Forrester Finnegan will likely be distraught in the following episode, according to fans. Steffy just learned that her daughter's father is dying from an inoperable brain tumor. In addition to that, Steffy decided to be the one to break the news to Liam. Find out what transpired on the most recent episode of B&B. Steffy just won't be distraught for herself or even Liam, but for the daughter they share, Kelly. The promise of John Finnegan. Finn left so that Steffy and Liam could talk in peace. Liam might already be gone when Finn returns. Finn does make a promise, which is probably to Steffy. The good doctor will assure Steffy that he will be the father that Kelly needs. Of course, that might come off a bit insensitive. The official spoilers, on the other hand, state that, so it must be what he says. Fight with Liam Spencer. It is shown in the bold and the beautiful that Liam will fight. One would think that Liam would be determined to find a cure or treatment. However, the preview clip suggests that Liam actually fights the prognosis. Just like Steffy, Liam is in complete disbelief about the brain tumor. Is it possible that this could be a misdiagnosis? Maybe his scans got mixed up with someone else's. Another possibility is that there was a shadow on the scan, and there is no actual mass there. Wouldn't they have noticed this during the emergency brain surgery? Must read, will Steffy and Liam leave Los Angeles for miracle cure abroad? Wednesday, April 23, 2025. Fans might also see what happens after Liam gets the news. Liam is in shock right now, and we know he denies it. But does he return to the hospital? Or could he end up going somewhere else? After news like this, I'm not sure if I would go back to the hospital. I would worry about never getting out of there. Liam might also decide he needs to accomplish certain things before he can die. Now, how will Steffy explain the problem to others? Steffy will try to cover, but she might not be successful. If Ridge Forrester, Taylor Hayes, Eric Forrester, or even Brooke Logan start asking too many questions, will Steffy really be able to continue keeping Liam's secret? Bridget Liam's next love match, Steffy and Hope Freak? The Bold and the Beautiful and updates tease Liam Spencer could find himself drawn to a new woman from the Logan family. Is it likely that Bridget Forrester will be Liam's next love interest? Deacon has been bringing Liam's hope back. Deacon Sharp appears to be subtly encouraging Hope Logan to consider rekindling her romance with Liam. However, Hope believes they function better as co-parents rather than as a couple. Having said that, her perspective might change as the story develops. Hope is currently unaware of Liam's health crisis, which may have a significant emotional impact on her and cause her to re-evaluate her relationship with her ex. Additionally, there may be new competition for Hope's affections. This time, it's not Steffy Forrester we're referring to. Even though Liam and Steffi could always get back together, it seems like B&B might keep their relationship more friendly for the time being. What if Hope's rival for Liam is actually her half-sister? What if Hope's true rival turns out to be her half-sister? Bridget has unexpectedly joined Liam's narrative as a new doctor on his team, prompting us to question her motives. Dr. Grace Buckingham appeared to have everything under control, particularly given the involvement of John Finnegan in the case. What could be the reason behind Bridget's arrival in the storyline? Might it spark a romantic connection between Liam and Bridget in the future? It appears that Liam's medical situation is about to take a serious turn for the worse, which could lead Bridget to support him during this challenging time. The hero might be Bridget. This could result in Bridget stepping up as the hero, discovering an experimental treatment to rescue Liam. This would be comparable to what Finn did for Eric Forrester when everyone thought the patriarch of the Forrester family had vanished. It's possible that Bridget and Liam will form a special bond if she saves him. Just picture the jealousy that would arise in Hope if she decides she wants Liam back and has to witness him moving forward with Bridget. This scenario could spark a captivating sibling rivalry, placing Brooke Logan in a challenging position as she navigates the conflict between her daughters. It may not happen that way, but it would be interesting. While there's no certainty that B&B will take this route, the idea of a Liam and Bridget romance is certainly intriguing. It has the potential to create some compelling drama, making it a concept worth considering. Be prepared for some shocking developments as Liam's doctors are expected to deliver some troubling health news in the upcoming episodes. According to For the CBS soap, Liam might discover a glimmer of hope despite the challenges looming at the hospital. Kelly's bedtime story derailed. While Steffy Forrester questioned Dr. The Bold and the Beautiful reveals that Kelly Spencer's bedtime story was disrupted by Liam Spencer's blurry vision. John Finnegan about Liam's condition. At the Cliff House, Steffi took some pics of Liam and Kelly as they made silly faces. Since Steffi was struggling to hide her tears, Kelly eventually asked why her mommy was crying. Steffi just acted like she was emotional over the special night Liam and Kelly were having. Kelly embraced Liam and declared that she would never let him go after discussing how wonderful their private father-daughter dance was. Liam hugged Kelly back and insisted he didn't want to let her go either. During all the fun, Liam had moments of dizziness and grew tired. Although Kelly wanted to dance to another song, Steffi gave her daughter a nudge to get ready for bed. At the hospital, Finn was upset over Liam's medical team just now discovering the inoperable mass. Dr. Bridget Forrester and Dr. Grace Buckingham explained that they were focused on the brain bleed. Since Liam shouldn't be driving and needed to get back to the hospital ASAP, Finn was relieved to get a text from Steffi about his location. After Finn headed home, Grace and Bridget discussed Liam's terminal condition. Bridget began to wonder how Liam would ever leave his daughters behind. Kelly told Finn everything she knew about her private dance party with Liam when she got back to the Cliff House. Finn found out that Liam got super tired during the festivities, but Liam insisted he was good now. Since Kelly wanted more nights like this one, Liam made a prediction about having a lifetime of doing it again. At one point, Finn pulled Liam aside to praise him over what an incredible father he was. Kelly wanted Liam to tuck her in, so he headed to the bedroom with her and agreed to read her a story. Liam's vision became blurry as he tried to read to Kelly after another bout of dizziness. Kelly noticed that something wasn't right and asked her dad questions. Back with Steffi, she struggled to comprehend Liam's condition because he appeared healthy prior to the Spencer Mansion incident. Finn explained that they may not have been aware of the tumor's growth for months or years. Additionally, Finn advised Liam to return to the hospital because he had not yet been discharged. Steffi desired a treatment for Liam, but Finn insisted that the mass could not be removed and confirmed Liam's death. Taylor Hayes and Ridge Forrester continued their discussion on Steffi and Liam's efforts as co-parents on Monday's B&B episode at Eric Forrester's house. Ridge was aware that it must have been difficult for Liam because he did not live full-time with his girls. In The Bold and the Beautiful, a storyline unfolds with a depth and gravity that grips not only the characters but also the audience that is watching with bated breath. The Bold and the Beautiful says that Liam will receive updates on what his most recent scans found in the near future. It is a story about death, promises made in the gloom, and the shaky hope that clings to love and legacy. The narrative arc surrounding Liam Spencer's shocking diagnosis of an inoperable brain tumor has finally begun to reach its emotional peak, with John Finnegan stepping into a new role that may redefine familial bonds in the soap's ever-evolving tapestry. Steffi Forrester tells Liam the truth about his terminal illness in a heartbreaking confession at the Cliff House, where love and heartbreak frequently collide. The reality crashes over him in slow, torturous waves. His dying, and the cancer that lurks within his brain cannot be cut out or cured. The news doesn't come easy. Liam, the father of Kelly and the partner in decades of drama, looks at death with confusion and disbelief rather than resignation. He frowns not only out of fear but also because of the weight of the promises he has made to his daughters, which now appear to be about to vanish into thin air unless he can somehow defy the odds. Steffi, torn between her former love for Liam and her present commitment to Finn, breaks down under the pressure of being the bearer of such crushing news. Kelly, their daughter, whose life may soon be forever altered, is also the reason she weeps for Liam. However, a new layer of hope emerges in the midst of this devastating revelation, not through medical miracles but rather through human connection. Finn, the trustworthy doctor and devoted husband who has been quietly establishing his place in the family, arrives. The scene shifts into something profound as he returns from tucking Kelly in and discovers Liam still reeling from the diagnosis. It is not a conversation filled with ill-gotten hopes, rather, it is one that is full of raw honesty and the first steps toward a solemn vow. Finn doesn't try to replace Liam. He wouldn't dare attempt to fill those shoes, but he offers something almost as sacred, a promise. A promise to be Kelly's father figure and the support she needs when Liam is no longer around. It is a promise that goes beyond biology and gets to the heart of what it means to love a child out of choice and compassion rather than out of obligation. The meaning is the same whether Finn makes this promise to Liam in person or whispers it to Steffi in a quiet moment of support. Kelly won't be left without a father. In Finn, she will find guidance, warmth, and a continued sense of family. However, despite this sincere commitment, Liam cannot so easily give in to fate. Denial grips him like a vice. He wonders if the scans were mixed up, if a shadow was mistaken for something more sinister, and if the diagnosis is accurate. He clings to hope and the fantasy that he might be the miracle that would allow him to fulfill all of his bedtime promises to Kelly. Every time he says, "I'm not going anywhere," it gets louder now and can be heard in every room he and she shares. Meanwhile, Finn's voice, calm and clinical, advises realism, but he too can't hide his sorrow at seeing a man he respects fall victim to something even his medical expertise can't fix. The poignancy of the moment crushes the room as Liam reads to Kelly one final time, his voice shaking and vision blurring. Kelly, wise beyond her years in that moment, senses something is wrong, though she can't understand the scope. Even though her dad insists he is fine, he is slipping away, and it is during these fleeting moments that the true cost of this diagnosis begins to become apparent. Not only the passing of a man, but also the absence that will reverberate in tales told at bedtime, dances not performed, and birthday celebrations with a piece missing. Tension rises back at the hospital as Dr. Bridget Forrester steps into the story, raising more than just medical questions. Unexpected yet potentially profound is Bridget's return to Liam's circle. She not only offers a different point of view, but she also adds yet another layer of complexity to Liam's already complicated romantic past. Could their shared crisis bind them in unexpected ways? Could Bridget become not just Liam's doctor, but his next great love, stepping in where Hope and Steffi have stepped back? Hope, still encouraged by Deacon Sharp to reconnect with Liam, may be surprised by her half-sister's growing closeness to the father of her child, as the show suggests, igniting rivalries between the siblings. While Bridget and Doctor discuss unlikely possibilities and experimental treatments, Grace Buckingham, the seeds of a medical miracle are planted. Could this storyline mirror Finn's miracle for Eric Forrester? Could Bridget, through science or sheer will, find a way to save Liam? And if she does, how might that alter the dynamics not only between her and Liam but also among the entire Logan, Forrester, and Spencer group? Liam sets out on a personal journey while Finn stays grounded and focuses on supporting Steffi and making sure Kelly is okay. Not just a physical one, like going back to the hospital for more tests or heading overseas in search of a cure, but also an emotional one. He starts to rethink everything, including his goal, his past, and the people he has loved and hurt. Could this brush with mortality make Liam a better man? A man who can finally choose a course of action and stick with it. A father who is more devoted, a partner who is more selfless. In the shadows of tragedy, there's also the question of secrets. Steffi must face the fact that she can't keep this secret forever while carrying this enormous burden. The truth is bound to surface as Ridge, Taylor, Eric, and even Brooke begin to notice the strain on her. And how will each of them react when that happens? Will Ridge rise to help his daughter, or will he rage against the darkness? If Liam's feelings for Bridget begin to change, will Brooke have to act as a mediator between them? In the interim, Kelly and Liam's priceless night together become a cherished memory already marked by nostalgia. Steffi's tears show that she is unable to tell her daughter that every moment now matters as she photographs their silly faces. That not every laugh will last. That the bedtime story is no longer just a story, but a symbol of everything she's terrified of losing. Despite everything, Finn's vow continues to shine quietly. In a world where promises are often broken and relationships splinter like glass, his simple commitment to be there for Kelly, to love her like his own, stands as something truly beautiful. A promise made for love, not attention or praise. In the end, that is what the bold and the beautiful does best. It transforms the chaos of life into something tragically human through the grief, guilt, and unexpected alliances. Viewers are left wondering what fate has in store as we enter the subsequent phase of this heartbreaking arc. Can Liam overcome the odds? Will Bridget save him or just assist him in saying goodbye? Will the shared grief affect Steffi and Finn's marriage, and will Hope be able to watch as her sister May win Liam's heart during his final days? The future will tell. But for now, we have Finn's vow. A stepfather's solemn promise. And sometimes, that's the kind of strength that keeps a family together, even when everything else is falling apart. The heart of a deeply emotional chapter of The Bold and the Beautiful, John Finn. Finnegan stands as a symbol of stability and compassion in the storm that has just engulfed the lives of Liam Spencer, Steffi Forrester, and their daughter, Kelly. As the devastating truth of Liam's inoperable brain tumor begins to settle like dust in the air, there is a heavy pause. A suspended moment of grief and confusion that hangs over the Cliff House. Finn's vow to Liam evolves from a simple promise into a deeply human declaration of love, respect, and a profound sense of duty to the young girl whose world is about to undergo an irreversible transformation. Liam is left stunned after Steffi and him have a private conversation in which she tells him the shocking news that his tumor is indeed inoperable and that he may not have much time left. He is reeling, confused, and gripped by a fear he does not yet know how to process, as his tear-filled eyes convey. Despite the fact that he has recently been informed that the life he has known is passing him by, his maternal instincts remain strong. He cannot accept the idea of leaving his daughters, particularly Kelly, without a father. When Finn returns from saying goodnight to Kelly, he enters that fierce resolve, not realizing that the ground beneath Liam has just collapsed. Steffi has revealed everything to Liam, and Finn senses the tension in the room right away. He approaches with calm authority, his medical experience allowing him to discuss the technical aspects of Liam's condition with honesty but also with a measure of empathy that only someone who truly cares can convey. Steffi's account is confirmed by him. Liam's tumor is aggressive, dangerous, and surgical options are out of the question. Radiation therapy and chemotherapy offer little hope. Liam watches in stunned silence, his thoughts racing to every moment he spends with his daughters, some of which he may not see again. He had promised Kelly that he would never leave her, and he is not prepared to accept that he might break that promise. Birthdays, holidays, school plays, scraped knees, and life lessons are all examples. And at that point, Finn speaks, this time as Kelly's stepfather rather than a doctor and as a man who comprehends what it means to be caught in the inexplicable void between life and death, love and loss, family and fate, and so on. Finn looks Liam in the eye and makes a vow that carries the weight of 100 silent promises in a moment of quiet intensity.